U.S. officials said more strikes should be expected. Greg Clugston, Washington.
President Trump has announced that 9 drug makers have agreed to lower the cost of their prescription drugs in the U.S.
This is the biggest thing ever to happen on drug pricing and on health care.
President Trump with a major announcement from the White House.
The companies assembled in this room have agreed to offer all of their drugs to Medicaid and most favored nations pricing.
And the president says that means that the 9 companies involved will charge Americans the cheapest prices on their drugs.
That's correspondent Bob Agnew reporting. The Justice Department has started releasing its files on Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender known for his connections to powerful figures. But it acknowledged that its documents disclosure Friday about the wealthy financier was incomplete. It remains unclear how much substantive new information is included in the photos, call logs, grand jury testimony, and interview transcripts, or how much, if any, additional insight might be gleaned.
Tea is a gentle daily cleanse containing 12 herbs that, when combined, really keep things moving. I drink it every day, and my energy has never been better. I'm feeling great. Life Change Tea comes in 3 delicious flavors: natural, peppermint, and pomegranate. It's an easy and delicious way to keep your digestion on track. And for those on the go, try D365. D365 is Life Change Tea in a capsule. Drink the tea or take D365 capsules and keep your digestion running smoothly. Go to getthetea.com and enter discount code USA to get 10% off any size order. That's getthetea.com, discount code USA for 10% off your order.
If you don't want to hear real facts on social and political issues, then stop listening now. Otherwise, stay right here for real issues, real facts with real people.
His name is Joe.
Instead of fighting with these people, what I do is I throw stats at them. Let them go with it.
The Adventures of Joe.
But I've actually got to the point now when somebody starts arguing with me, prove your facts, I go, now.
All right, what do you say, Joe? What do you say to that?
You didn't prove yours. Mine you can find at the CDC or on the FBI website. You need to do your own homework. Because when you spoon feed them, even when you do that, they tell you you're wrong, even though they have nothing to back it up with. Just like AOC, nothing.
I'm going to deal with topics and issues that will make you think. The lines are open. You can reach me at 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563.
It's the Joe Messina Show.
Oh, welcome back to another session of Sanity right here at the Joe Messina Show. Always a pleasure to have you with me. I so much appreciate the time you're spending with us here on the air, in the chat room, texting and tweeting, being involved, that's a big part of it. Just, being involved, being engaged, paying attention, what's being said, right? And it really is a big deal. You truly need to pay attention, right, to what's going on around you. Because sincerely, if you know what's happening and you can get the message out, and I always said to you, don't go running up and down the street screaming your hair's on fire when it really isn't. Make sure you have that information you need to be able to make or let people know what's going on for real, how they can push back, how they can fight back. Trump is giving a speech at a rally in North Carolina. And I think this year that's what he's going to have to be. He's got to hit the trail. He has got to hit the trail. And it's really the only way you're going to win. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved, get engaged, be part of the solution. For the West Coast, if you're paying attention, you know that Governor Newsom, this is Governor Newsom's last year to totally screw up California. And in California, we have what's called a guerrilla primary. And why they call it a guerrilla primary, don't ask me. I don't know, okay? What I do know is it is the 2 top vote getters. Now, in the past, the problem has always been that it's Democrat dominated out here. And since most places have an overage, have Democrat dominance in those areas, Republicans don't stand a chance in a lot of the congressional boundaries. The same thing with state Republicans or state level. We have almost no seats in the California legislature, yet we make up for well over 40% of the voting bloc in California. They have gerrymandered these boundaries for so long, right, that it's almost impossible to get elected to a statewide seat if you're a Republican. Matter of fact, one of the reasons that I don't know how it is in other states, but they actually went to areas for school board, water board, and city councils. It used to be like in my area, there's 300,000 people. When I ran for school board, I had to, well, not that they were all registered, but I had to appeal to them all. They knew who I was. They knew what I stood for. Now, they put these areas in, and I'm down to like 30,000 people. You know, only about 65, 70% of them are registered to vote. So that's all I have to appeal to. They thought by breaking these areas down even more that it would work on a local level like it works on a state level and federal at that point. But it doesn't. I've been able to maintain my seat. They've actually lost seats that they thought they were going to gain, because at a local level they're much more, they're much more sensitive to who's getting in and who's not. 855 Real Joe. 855-732-5563. Get involved. Get engaged. Be part of the solution. All right, what else have we got going? There's so many things happening. This is a good one. Stefanik exits New York governor race, and she's not going to rerun for Congress. I'm sorry, but there is a curiosity here about this. I haven't figured out what it is yet, but Elise Stefanik out of New York, a Republican, she announced Friday that she's ending her bid for the governor. Now, she was up, way up. And she's not going to seek re-election just over a month after launching her campaign. In a message posted to X, Stefanik cited her family as her reason for stepping out. Now, you know what bothers me about all of this? Seriously. She knew this going into it. She was well aware of all this going into it. While spending precious time with my family this Christmas season, I've made a decision to suspend my campaign for governor, and I'll not seek re-election in Congress. And while many know me as a congresswoman, my most important title is mom. I believe that being a parent is life's greatest gift and greatest responsibility. I've thought deeply about this, and I know that this, as a mother, I will feel profound regret if I don't further focus on my young son's safety, growth, and happiness. Right? You know, and she said that her daughter is at a very young and tender age. In her message, Stefanik thanks her supporters for their donations, but said it wouldn't be an effective use of our time or our generous resources to spend the first half of next year in an unnecessary and protracted Republican primary. So, what the heck? Stefanik launched her gubernatorial campaign back in November. So she was centering her campaign on crime and taxes, affordability. She represents a conservative-leaning district in upstate New York. She's often criticized Democrat leaders within her state. The 2026 race between her and Hochul was anticipated to be one of the most closely watched statewide contests in the country. I got my thoughts on this. Come back. I'll let you know what I think. Joe Messina, your host. Don't go far. A lot more coming up after the break.
Have you ever picked up a towel set because it felt really soft in the store, but then when you go to use it, it's not very absorbent? That's why MyPillow has developed the MyPillow towels. Towels that work. The 6-piece towel set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. And right now you can receive a 6-piece set for only $39.98 with promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener special, and enter promo code USA, or call 800-951-8175. That's MyPillow.com, promo code USA.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can save. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
If you're a diabetic, we have great news. You can end the painful finger sticks with a new CGM. Plus, they may be covered by Medicare, Medicaid, or private insurance. If you test and inject daily, you may qualify. Call US Med now to learn more.
800-471-7065. 800-471-7065. 800-471-7065. That's 800-471-7065.
Take as little as 3 minutes to see if you could save on motorcycle insurance with Progressive. Come on, you've spent more time than that trying to name your bike.
How about the Crusher? I guess it's not really crushing anything. The Silver Bolt? No. Oh, what about Pepper? Mysterious. Is it a pet or a condiment? Surprise! It's a motorcycle. No, that's stupid.
Get a quote in as little as 3 minutes at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Okay, I'm talking funny because I'm in the witness protection program. I have too much credit card debt and I don't want people to find me.
Okay, I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about credit card debt. Right, those plastic things that we all have in our wallet. Are you in your 50s or 60s and you're still carrying around a mound of credit card debt? Wouldn't it be nice to start banking that money and save a little money for retirement down the road? We help people restructure their credit card debt all the time. We show people how they can get out of credit card debt in months, not years. Listen, you'll be carrying around credit card debt for the rest of your life unless you deal with it right now. We offer a free consultation so you can learn how you can finally wipe out your credit card debt and start saving money. Give us a free call right now.
Call Debt Solutions Network now. 866-451-3328. 866-451-3328. That's 866-451-3328. Do you have a story to tell? Bring your story to life with audiobooks. Great stories deserve great storytelling. Audiobook Network provides professional voice actors and full production services for every author's manuscript. From narration, production, and editing to distribution, promotion, and sales, Audiobook Network handles everything. If you have a print book, ebook, or even a manuscript, call Audiobook Network now and get our free audiobook guide. 800-734-1229. 800-734-1229.
Attention! This is a public notice from the Social Security Disability Helpline. If you're one of the millions of Americans who are disabled and unable to work, you may be eligible for disability benefits from Social Security. Receiving benefits is your right. If you suffer from physical or mental disability, whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied, we can help. We'll evaluate your situation and deal with Social Security on your behalf. Best of all, there's no fee until you receive your benefits. Remember, we only get paid if you win your case. There are many reasons and conditions that may make you eligible for disability benefits. Many of them you may not be aware of. So if you're disabled and unable to work, call now to get started with your free, no-obligation consultation.
800-362-9337. 800-362-9337. That's 800-362-9337.
Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Feel the rhythm now. We shall be singing together, you and me, all night, holding hands and moving on. We shall be singing together.
We are back. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved, get engaged, and truly be part of the solution. It is not that hard, people. You don't even have to take a whole bunch of time, right? I read some of these articles, coming from the left and the right, obviously. And it's just amazing. It's amazing how much misinformation they want to throw around to soften the blow. Right? And then we'll talk a little bit more later on in the show about how Omar, Representative Omar, has decided, I just love this, that the Meals Act that she and others, took advantage of, or basically allows the American taxpayer to be defrauded. It's more important that we make sure that everybody eats, no matter what the situation is, than to make sure that people, one should starve or whatever. And I'd love to go nose to nose with her and ask the question. So let me see. So all these people stealing, like that $9 billion in food, do you know how many people that means didn't get food? Couldn't easily get something to eat? So, to me, it's just amazing. Also, what I love too is the new mantra, or it's not a mantra, right? It's a platform. Let's call it that, right? The new platform of the left when people are running for office from the Dem Party. It's always about violence. Have you picked that up yet? Have you noticed that? I mean, in all seriousness, when you look at some of the things that they look, I get a kick out of some of this stuff. I really do. She's running for, give me a second, Michigan Senate. There you go. She's a Michigan Senate candidate. She says she wouldn't be able to control herself around Justices Barrett and Kavanaugh. She jokes about throwing beers in their faces. She wouldn't be able to control themselves. She'll win by a landslide. Why? Because she talks about violence. And it seems to me that's the direction they're going in on a regular basis. So here's another day and another Democrat casually flirting with political violence. Michigan State Senator and Democrat U.S. Senate candidate Mallory McGarrow, she openly admitted that she wouldn't be able to control herself. Isn't that exciting? So you'll be able to control yourself in Congress? More and more of these people going into the congressional seats seem to have a real issue with controlling themselves, with being true statesmen. And they think it's okay. She said if she encountered conservative Supreme Court Justices Barrett and Kavanaugh in public, she knows she wouldn't be able to control herself, and she'd probably end up throwing a beer cans in their face. Now, she's talking about assault here, right? Yeah, I can be physical, I can be mean, look at me. And everybody cheered, of course, because they're all about the violence, yet they blame us for it. She authored a book titled Hate Won't Win, Find Your Power, and Leave the Place Better Than You Found It. Isn't that's, wait a minute, what? Is she schizophrenic? Was she lying to you? Or maybe she put the book out there as a precursor to her running for office. Audience member asked whether there was any point in contacting the court blaming the justices for major national issues. She responded by recounting a story she claimed to have heard about justice. All right, so here we go. Now we're into hearsay. Let's get everybody all pumped up on hearsay, right? Anyway, she said, God, this stuff is so irritating. She said, I'm a Notre Dame grad, and Amy Coney Barrett coming out of my university makes me furious. Why? She probably graduated with higher grades than you did. But just on a personal level, I talked to somebody yesterday, who said, another anonymous person, who said that they saw her with Brett Kavanaugh at a tailgate last week. At a tailgate? I was like, I would not be able to control myself. Right? That would be bad. There would be beers thrown in people's faces. It's just amazing. Right? But here, this wouldn't be so bad if they were screaming that we were the violent ones. I don't know if somebody remembers disgraced Congresswoman Katie Hill, one of the ones that I believe I helped take down along with Jennifer Van Law. She's resurfaced again. LA County has given her a job, or she got a job in the LA area. This is almost funny, and I mean almost funny. Right? The job before she was a congresswoman and watching over a facility to help old folks. She ran it into the ground. There were questions as to where the money went and how the money was used. Questions. I didn't say she was guilty of anything. It was more of that shady stuff that you constantly see with these people. Along with, what's going on in Michigan, right? Nothing to see there. Whistleblowers have been screaming about that stuff forever. So now she's back in the limelight. And nobody cared. All the Democrats are so excited that she's back in, that she's going to be running another facility. This is always, and I mean always, so amazing to me. I do not know, except to say they really don't care. Take a listen to the potential congressperson. Let me see. Come on, you can do it.
Is there any sense in dealing with the Supreme Court, writing them, calling them? I blame them for a lot. Yeah. I am. I don't know what to do about that. I call, but I just don't know if it's a waste of time.
So I'm a Notre Dame grad, and Amy Coney Barrett coming out of my university makes me very excited. Just on a personal level, I talked to somebody yesterday who said they saw her with Brett Kavanaugh at a tailgate last weekend. I was like, I would not be able to control myself. That would be bad. There would be beers thrown in people's faces.
How exciting. Nice to know you can be a statesman if you need to be, right? Again, like I said, just amazing. And the Supreme Court justices already face all kinds of threats. And she's going to add to it. Isn't that nice of her? Really, think about it. But again, I like to say, we're the nasty ones. Be right back. Joe Messina, your host. You're listening to the Joe Messina Show.
Attention homeowners. It's not if something's going to break, it's when. That's homeownership. If your dryer, your refrigerator, or your AC and heating breaks, that's an expensive call. And who do you call? Make it easy on yourself and call Choice Home Warranty. We've already done the research and have access to 25,000 technicians that can be at your home quickly. We've covered close to 2 million homes in the United States. There's a good chance your neighbors work with us. Call us right now before the next breakdown. We'll tell you everything that's covered in your home and give you the first month free with our ironclad 30-day money-back guarantee. Call now and learn how to get your free month.
800-378-2250. 800-378-2250. 800-378-2250. That's 800-378-2250.
Limitations and exclusions apply. First month free with purchase of single plan. Visit choicehomewarranty.com for more details.
Life is full of surprises. Some wonderful,
some not so much. But here's one thing you can control: making sure your loved ones are protected if the unexpected happens. At easyplans.com, we make getting life insurance, well, easy. In just a few minutes, you can apply online and buy direct. No awkward phone calls, no confusing jargon, and no agent will contact you unless you request help. Just clear, affordable coverage, designed to fit your life and your budget. Fast approval, flexible plans, and unlike other online insurance sites, Easy Plans won't sell your information to others. So no endless phone calls and text messages. Whether you're just starting a family, buying a home, or thinking ahead, EasyPlans.com has you covered. EasyPlans.com. We make buying life insurance, well, easy.
America's News Update, I'm John Schaefer. The government shutdown is now in its fourth week, hitting millions of Americans. On Saturday, food assistance funding will run out for more than 40 million people. Flight delays are also rising, with more than 1,000 reported today as air traffic control faces staffing shortages. The Senate failed to pass a short-term spending bill for the 13th time. A new report shows strong private sector job growth over the past 4 weeks. ADP says preliminary data indicates an average of more than 14,000 jobs added per week through October 11th, a big improvement from September. Due to the government shutdown, ADP will now release 4-week employment averages every Tuesday. Hurricane Melissa is pounding Jamaica, marking one of the strongest landfalls on record in the Atlantic. The storm is bringing life-threatening flooding, heavy rainfall, and landslides across the western part of the island.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PHIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code PHIL25.
I married your mother because I wanted children. Imagine my disappointment when you arrived.
We're back at it again. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Look, get involved, get engaged, be part of the solution. I always appreciate the time that you're spending with me here on the air, in the chat room, texting and tweeting, and being part of the conversation. So, I was just talking about it a minute ago about how they can't control themselves. Like I said, I got some good damn friends that can control themselves. They really don't pay attention to what goes on around them. It's just amazing. So, in the D.C. police chief, she had to resign in disgrace, if you would, because she pumped up the numbers. Suppressed the numbers of crime as it was actually happening in D.C. Now, outgoing Washington Police Chief Pamela Smith, she went on a screeching rampage during her walkout ceremony on Friday. She resigned earlier this month following accusations of rigging crime data, and now they found that that's true. The House Oversight Committee released a report on Sunday detailing the committee's investigation in the D.C. Police Department and into her specifically manipulating the crime data. Report titled Leadership Breakdown, How DC's Police Chief Undermined Crime Data Accuracy, follows months of investigating into the whistleblower's allegations. The allegations were simple. Police Chief Pamela Smith was intentionally fudging the crime statistics to make DC appear to have lowered homicide, burglary, carjacking, and other crime rates, which you also see in Chicago, and Seattle, and L.A. The report reveals that Metropolitan Police Department's Chief Pamela A. Smith pressured, and at times even directed, commanders to manipulate crime data in order to maintain the appearance of a low crime in the nation's capital. We have no integrity anymore. We used to bring these people in because we want them to be people of integrity. We wanted them to make these places safe and tell us the truth, so we knew how to help them. The testimony from the commander also describes an environment under the chief, which I don't doubt. I mean, you see this kind of stuff happen all the time. The testimony from the commanders also described an environment under Chief Smith marked by fear, intimidation, threats, and retaliation, conditions that contributed directly to the declining morale of the officers. And many seasoned officers leaving the department. Look, when you see seasoned officers leaving the department, good guys, there's got to be a problem. You know there's got to be a problem. And now it's got to the point where they've screwed things up, just like Governor Newsom. He has screwed this state up so bad that the only thing he can do is get out and deny the stuff that's right in your face. No, really, think about it. I mean, you can't get through the streets of L.A. without there being a homeless encampment that you have to get around. Stepping in human excrement. Watching people shoot up. I mean, seriously. And he says that none of that is happening. He's cleaned up the streets. The $28 billion or $27 billion that you can't find that went to the homeless didn't go to any homeless we know of. Back to D.C. under Chief Smith. Everything was marked by fear, intimidation, threats, retaliation, conditions that contributed to them losing some of their best people. Pamela Smith resigned from her post and thanked Muriel Bowser for appointing her to that position to begin with. Yeah, I'm sure Bowser had to get rid of her quick, too. She went on to say, I'm deeply humbled, grateful, and deeply appreciative of my time with the District of Columbia serving as Chief of Police. It's been the greatest honor of my career, and I want to extend my sincere thanks to Mayor Muriel Bowser for appointing me and the D.C. Council for their steadfast support throughout my tenure. They can't, look, whether you love or hate Dems, whether you love or hate Republicans, there's a reality here that you can't dodge anymore. Because now it's right in your face. Look at the major cities with the highest crime rates. Who runs them? Who has been running them? Look at D.C. That whole commission are Democrats. The mayor, Democrats. You see the same thing in Chicago. Well over 60 years of total Democrat rule, and it's nothing but corruption, crime rates, and so on. L.A., same thing happening there. It never stops. And yet, just like the gun issues in this country, it's the gun's fault, not the person's fault. It's the gun's fault. Never a mental issue, health issue, because you can't say that. It stigmatizes them. Doesn't matter. They killed 15 people. It just stigmatizes the shooter. We don't want to do that. They do the same thing. Look at it. It ties together. They do the same thing with illegal alien criminals. And not criminals that just came over the border, but ones that have been known to commit murder, known to commit rape. And what do? They defend them to no end. Now, Pamela Smith, she lost her cool. She came unhinged. She went off. She says, I'm going to the Bible when I say this to my haters. F you. Really? Where do you find that in the Bible? I haven't seen that anywhere. You see what I mean? And now they're going to blaspheme God. Blaspheme God's word. See, and for you atheists, and say, well, yeah, it doesn't matter because God doesn't exist. I wish you felt that more often. But besides that, see, she brought up religion. She brought up God. She blamed it on God and or said that she uses God's word. Don't do that, man. There's as much trouble as you're already in on earthly issues. You don't want that in your face. You know, what if the Almighty looks at you and says, hey, I wrote this thing. Where did you find that? Because I missed that one. 855-REAL-JOE. 855-732-5563. Brown University shooter. This is interesting. Very interesting if you tie the days together, right? The Brown University shooter was dead for days before law enforcement found his body. That's according to the autopsy. Now, I don't know about this. I know probably as much as most of you do. The Brown University shooter was dead for days before law enforcement found his body. That's according to a New Hampshire chief medical officer examiner. The Brown University shooter, Claudio Neves Valenti, he was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound inside the storage unit in Salem, New Hampshire. They found him, I guess it was Thursday evening. Now, Claudio, Neves Valenti was a Brown University student and Portuguese national. Authorities on Thursday evening even confirmed that Claudio is also responsible for the murder of an MIT professor, Nuno Loureiro. So they described an extra space storage in Salem and discovered his body there. So they found video footage, we're told, or found video footage that he going into the storage facility but never coming out. I'd love to hear it. You think you'd hear a gunshot, right? Just saying. So, Ella Cook was 19 on Sunday. She was identified as one of the victims killed in the shooting at Brown University. A lot of stories flying around about her. Not bad ones. They're good stories. She was a member of the Cathedral Church of the Advent in Birmingham, Alabama, and the vice president of Brown University's Republican Club. You see, this is meant to scare the crud out of these people. Mostly so they don't let people know that they're conservatives, let people, or even be part of a conservative movement. The second Brown University shooting victim was identified as 18-year-old Uzbekistan immigrant. It looks like it's Muhammad Aziz. Now, he attended Brown University in hopes of becoming a neurosurgeon. His family, they reached out to his family for comment. They do have a GoFundMe for him. Neither one of these people should be dead. Neither one of them. And I'm tired of hearing about how the right is the one promoting violence. It is not. There's people on the left, the progressive sickos, that tell you to go out there. I got 13 minutes of video of people like Pelosi and others talking about going and taking out Trump, punching people in the face, bodily throwing them out of restaurants. So if you're on the left and you're writing me those emails, I trash them because you're not telling the truth. You're not genuine. We'll be back in a little bit. Don't go far.
Omaha Steaks is rewriting the book on burgers with an all-new handmade texture for the juiciest home-style burgers you've ever tasted. Their pure ground burgers are made from single cuts of real aged Omaha steaks. These are truly steaks on a bun. Filet mignon, ribeye, New York strip, sirloin, and even brisket burgers. Now is the time to experience the exclusive Burger Perfection Flight for just $79.99. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code code TREAT at checkout to get an extra $20 off your order, plus free shipping. You'll get 4 of each Pure Ground burgers, so you can sample all the steak on a bun greatness. These burgers are crafted for a juicier, more tender experience, making your mouth water with every single bite. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use promo code TREAT at checkout and get $20 off the Burger Perfection Flight and discover your new burger obsession. Minimum order may be required.
Right now, you can eliminate odors, mold, mildew, bacteria, and viruses in your home with the Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm uses Oxy technology that naturally sends out O3 molecules that seek out and destroy odors. The Thunderstorm doesn't mask or cover up bad smells, it eliminates them, leaving that fresh, clean smell, just like after a thunderstorm. The Thunderstorm is small, plugs right into the wall, and fits in the palm of your hand. Put one in your basement, bedroom, family room, kitchen, or anywhere you want clean, fresh air. It even includes a USB cord for your car or truck. Right now, save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. That's 3 units for under $200, a fraction of the cost compared to other air purifiers. Go to EdenPureDeals.com and use discount code USA3 to save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com. Use USA and the number 3. Shipping is free.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code PHIL25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code PHIL25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code PHIL25.
I've got a unique vacation idea for you that's right here in the United States. If you're ready for a vacation that's fun and downright affordable, listen up. It's driving distance for many of you, so no planes, no airline delays, no hassles. It's Branson, Missouri, the entertainment capital of the Midwest. Live music for everyone. Branson has 3 beautiful, enormous lakes, water attractions, live shows, great food, and tons of entertainment. It's a perfect vacation for you and your family, or if you're retired and you want to have a great time. And you can stay in Branson for as low as $99 a night. Please understand, this is not a timeshare offer. It's a real vacation for as little as $99 a night. We've got a free vacation guide we want to send you right now. All you have to do is call for complete details. Get your free Branson, Missouri guide right now by calling this number.
800-399-4215. 800-399-4215. 800-399-4215. That's 800-399-4215. You've been working hard, doing the right thing, and paying your taxes, and putting your hard-earned money in the Medicare piggy bank all your life. And now it's time to break the piggy bank and get something back. Medicare. If you didn't know it, Medicare is health insurance for people over 65, and you've paid for it with your tax dollars. Medicare plans now have more benefits than ever. That's good news, especially if you're like me and looking forward to paying as little as possible for good health insurance. Call and find out what Medicare plan is best for you. Save your time. It's valuable. We've already done the research for you. And in one quick phone call, you can learn how to get the best Medicare plan designed exactly for you. Hey, it's one of the most important decisions in your life. Let us help you through it. Here's our number. Call 65 Plus Medicare now. 800-778-8214. 800-778-8214. That's 800-778-8214.
Gentlemen, Ciccolini here may talk like an idiot and look like an idiot, but don't let that fool you. He really is an idiot.
It's astounding. Time is fleeting. Madness takes its toll. But listen closely.
Not for very much longer.
I've got to keep control.
We are back. Joe Messina, your host. Always a pleasure to have you with me. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. Get involved, get engaged, be part of the solution. All right, listen, you heard the ad for the Upside.com. All right, and saving gas, money on gas. And, yeah, we all want to save, especially if you're here in California. Okay, I mean, seriously. And I know you guys are smart. You listen, you pay attention, you want to save some bucks. But I signed up for it. I don't push anything on you guys that I haven't either tried myself, benefited from myself, that kind of thing. So I downloaded the app and noticed that, you can set it to tell you you're near one of those stations that participates in this. And it pretty much every station participates. But when you're talking for gas, and it's real simple to do. I mean, you can always download the app, check it out. You don't like it, unload it. It's not that big of a deal. I know many of you are kind of afraid. You don't have to be afraid of the app. But what I noticed today, because if you've seen me, you know I don't discriminate when it comes to food. There are restaurants on the list, and restaurants that I go to. So it's kind of cool. It's on there as well. So don't pay full price for the gas. Don't pay full price for your food. And get real honest to God cash back. I mean, not like a discount here and a discount there and 25% there and that kind of stuff. No. You actually get cash back. And you decide when you get it. There's so much more. That's why it's so hard in a quick commercial to get the information across, okay? So all you got to do is download the free app, go to the App Store, and just look for the Upside app. I want you to punch in promo code TRADE25. TRADE, T-R-A-D-E, 25. And you'll get an extra 25 cents per gallon back because of me. That's right. And that 25 cents, it's for a limited time. So fast you sign up, the fast you save some decent bucks. And at today's prices, right, how many, I don't know, some of you people, I'm sure you got buku gallons. I mean, I got one car that has 22. I have one car that had over 30 gallons to fill up the puppy. So just think about, I mean, you just, for stopping at the gas station, stopping at that food store that you would normally go to, you'll save some decent money. Right? So, load it down. And by the way, you get your money, so you can have it sent to your bank account, PayPal, you get an e-gift card. But you won't know any of this stuff. You can't take advantage. Like I always say, get informed. Remember that? Get engaged. Yeah. So go to Upside.com, promo code TRADE25, promo code TRADE25, and you'll save 25 cents a gallon. And again, get on it, save the money. And I know it's kind of weird. It's not just saving the money, right? You get the money back. You're paying less. And we've got to the point as America, this is sad, or as a society where, you save 25 cents a gallon. I don't know. I don't want to press the button. It's just like the lottery. I joke with you guys all the time about the lottery, right? It's like you can't be bothered to get out of your chair and go stand in line for 7 minutes with better odds to win the lottery at 20 or 25 million. But man, when it hits that 800, 900 billion, when your odds are like almost impossible, you'll go stand in lines for 20 minutes, a half an hour. I'm sorry. I'm allowed to make fun. I mean, if you want to do it, God bless you, go for it. That's what's great about America. Nobody's going to stop you. But I still don't get it. But whatever. Anyway, let me get back to some of these stories here. Remember, promo code 20. See, you knew I was going to screw this up, didn't you? I knew I was going to screw it up. How do you like that? Let me get back to it. I'll get it right one of these days. You guys know me already. So it's promo code TRADE, T-R-A-D-E, TRADE25. And you just go to the Upside. Well, actually, you don't even have to go through the App Store or what have you. Go to Upside.com. It'll give you all the information, give you the link whether you have an Android, an iPhone, whatever it is. And we're good, right? Okay, can I get back to the stories now? Great. This is perfect. And I got a whole bunch of them. There's some nights I'm struggling to find stuff for us to talk about. In all sincerity. Other nights, I don't have enough time. And I don't want more time. So we're clear. I mean, it's just crazy. 855-REAL-JOE, 855-732-5563. And this is what I voted for. This is why Trump makes a lot more sense. You know, you realize that even the American people feel that we're much safer under Republican rule than we are under Democrat rule. I don't know if you guys knew that. Even CNN had to admit to that, and it drove them nuts. Trump comes out and says you'll be hit harder than you have ever been hit before if you in any way attack or threaten the USA. Trump and Hegseth announced together that lots of enemies killed in Operation Hawkeye Strike, a declaration of vengeance in response to ISIS killing our troops in Syria. Unlike, I don't know, what was it? It was almost like Obama was sending these people to their slaughter, our people. Didn't care what was going on. Didn't care how many Christians were being killed in massive numbers. You know, it's almost like the earth, I don't know when it happened. Maybe you guys can help me out. You're a lot smarter than I am. It's almost like the earth stopped spinning one night for, you know, a nanosecond and started spinning in the opposite direction. Right became wrong, wrong became right. You've got illegal aliens here killing American citizens, and it's the American citizens' fault. It's because of the way we treat them. You did the same thing on 9/11. We brought that on ourselves, according to the left, because of how we treated them. No, they hate us. Their book says they hate us. Their book says to kill us. You know, and God bless Bill Maher. I know you never thought you'd hear that coming out of my mouth. But God bless Bill Maher, because he finally came out and said the words out. You know, people are coming after the Christian religion. He said, stop. There is nowhere in the Christian religion that tells you to kill non-Christians. Matter of fact, it's just the opposite. And I know that because I've been a Christian for, God, I don't know, 30 years of my life here. We're called to love those people and not love them and coddle them. But you've heard me say on more than one occasion, as much as I hate somebody like an Epstein, with everything he did wrong, as much as I hate people like that, my personal prayer is those people found Christ before they died. Those people had a moment with God before they died. And then you can take them out. Sorry. War Secretary Pete Hegseth announced on Friday that the U.S. forces executed Operation Hawkeye Strike against ISIS facilities. I hope they decimated them, that they can't even find the bricks from the buildings anymore. And it was in direct response to the attack on U.S. forces that occurred into December 13th in Syria. Now, I'll tell you something else for you guys. Go, see, he's a king. He's doing what he wants to do. He has a right to do this. He has every right to protect American citizens anywhere on the planet. That's his job. That is specifically his number one job. And judges can't get in his way of doing that. Man, if these, and the judges that were appointed by Biden and Obama, they don't care. They don't care about the law. You know, the beauty behind Scalia and a few others, Clarence Thomas or what have you, the beauty behind these people is they actually went back and they read what our founding fathers wanted, what they were looking for, how they felt about the law. I think it was Madison or Jefferson, but I screw up all the time. One of them said that they feared the lawyers because they knew that the lawyers would take advantage of, find the loopholes, and take advantage of our laws made to protect people. And you've seen it happen over the last few decades. He went on to say, this is not the beginning of a war, it's a declaration of vengeance, Hegseth said, adding that if you target Americans anywhere in the world, you will spend the rest of your brief, anxious life. I love it. I love it. I think it's wonderful. You can't hide nowhere. Wherever you go, we're going to find you. Okay? He's right. Right? If you are an enemy of the United States, under Joe Biden, you can expect to get flowers, chocolates, and money. Under Donald Trump, you're going to pick up a $1.50 bullet. Maybe a few of them. We should charge the families for the bullets. Anyhow, you'll spend the rest of your brief, anxious life knowing that the United States will find you and we will kill you. Your due process will be as that bullet enters your body. I'm sorry, some of you are finding this distasteful. I don't really care. You're killing innocent people. You're raping little kids, killing little kids, selling them into sex slavery. I have nothing. I have no emotion towards you whatsoever. He went on to say, today we hunted and we killed our enemies, lots of them, and we will continue to do so. And the U.S. Central Command, it released footage from the operation shortly after the announcement was made, which was wonderful. The U.S. forces commenced Operation Hawkeye Strike in Syria. It eliminated many ISIS fighters, infrastructure, and weapon sites. Oh, if you think it stopped there, or it's going to stop there, yeah, you drink more than I do. Joe Messina, your host. If you got to go, God bless, be safe. If you're hanging out, got a lot more coming up in the next hour. You are listening to the Joe Messina Show. Tell your friends, your loved ones, your unloved ones, maybe even your enemies about the show. We'll be back in a little bit.
News Update, I'm John Schaefer. The government shutdown is now in its fourth week, hitting millions of Americans. On Saturday, food assistance funding will run out for more than 40 million people. Flight delays are also rising, with more than 1,000 reported today as